I waited until the others had cleared out with their first load of boxes before climbing inside. Transferring heavy boxes to the back of the hall was my least favorite part of volunteering here. I lingered alone in the truck, scanning the remaining boxes' neat labels, looking for a light one. Not canned soup, not canned fish, not peanut butter or loose dried beans. Jam? Heavy and fragile. Tea? Bearable. I started gingerly shimmying the package off its pile. Hey, let me... The voice from the street surprised me so much that I yelped and dropped the tea. Fuck, I said, but then started laughing. And he did too. I turned to look at him. When our eyes met, we stopped laughing. Thick eyebrows, dark, unruly hair, a delicate and beautiful face. His eyes were soft and boyish, giving the sense he was not quite an adult, not yet capable of navigating the world on his own. I was going to say, "Let me help you with that," he said. He had his hands braced against the truck bed, and I could see the bluish tint of veins threading through his forearms. The skin there looked soft and hot. I noticed that my toe was throbbing. The box of tea had fallen on it. Ow, I said, belatedly, as though speaking to him through a dream. He hoisted himself into the truck, swinging one foot up between his hands like he was getting out of a swimming pool. His shorts hiked up his leg, and as I watched him come up and over the edge, my eyes caught on the tendon that hitched onto the back of his left knee and ran along his thigh. Above was a soft, shadowy hollow. My heart started to pound. I felt crazy. It reminded me of watching my skinny friend do the monkey bars in elementary school. She had those sharp tendons also running down her forearms. I would watch for them as she grabbed one rung after another. Those two lines, one fainter than the next, stretching down from her wrist toward her elbow. I had wanted to touch them, too. The thought of running my fingertip lightly up and down her forearm had made me want to cry. It was so tender. "I'm Theo," he said, and reached out to shake my hand. Olive. He had a firm handshake. His hand was warm. "It's great to meet you," he said, and we let go. Same. It seemed I could only produce one syllable at a time. He smiled, and I saw he had a space between his two bottom teeth. It felt to me like a shared secret. The rest of the shift is suspended in my memory in a sepia haze. There was the way he smiled at me, more with the left side of his mouth than the right, as we passed each other walking into and out of the building. The shock of his hand on my back as he squeezed by me, the snippets of conversation as we bagged and weighed almonds side by side. "Do you like them?" he asked. "Olives, I mean. Wouldn't it be horrible if I didn't?" My heart was pounding, but my voice came out smooth, a radio trick. "I knew someone named Cookie who hated cookies." "Well, Cookie? That's just mean." "She changed it, I think. To something like Jane, I bet. I think it was made up. I'd never heard it before. Like Florg?" Just like that. I liked his voice, which had a quirk I'd always loved. L sounds came not from his teeth, but from deep in his throat. A speech impediment of some kind, but, like his tendon or the gap between his teeth, it betrayed a certain delicacy, like when a man can't help but shiver. It felt private, meant for only me. I miss his tooth gap. His voice I don't need to miss. I can access my recordings of it at any time. Of course, this isn't the same as talking to him. I liked the way that, when he spoke with Martine's husband outside the truck, he put one hand on his shoulder and leaned in, a gesture that conjured both the vulnerability of not being able to hear and the gentle offering of proximity. We'd talk when the other volunteers were busy elsewhere, then stop when anyone joined our circle. There was something pleasurably illicit about making conversation behind the others' backs, as though their presence contained us.
That's our 5 minutes, Amy.
All right. Thank you, Kevin.
Really good. Thank you.